you want to talk about numb and callous. Well, Saturday Night Live had a parody. You and I in the break were talking about the Super Bowl. One of the most moving Super Bowl commercials, not just by my account, by many, was the one where the father and daughter move through life, and then the daughter ends up signing up and enlisting in the United States military. And we see that was an emotional commercial. Well, SNL decided to parody this as a daughter decides to go off to join ISIS. We're going to watch, and then I'd love your reaction, Senator.
You be careful, okay?
Dad, it's just ISIS.
Take care of her.
Esto, America.
I think that's funny. I'm a big fan of SNL, obviously, but that's just not, frankly, it's offensive, particularly since we have these 3 young British women right now that they've been able to get them into Syria. By the way, that shows that they've got a pretty good network of getting people out of Europe and into Syria.
Yeah.
Or Iraq.
And that's something real. These 3 Brits decide, okay, we're teenagers. ISIS looks attractive to me. We're going to go head there. So that's what Bailey, they were building the whole thing about.
Not entertaining.
But do you think that's an indicator that perhaps maybe because of this administration's inability to name it specifically and not take a tough stance on ISIS and terror, as many have said, that now we have the world of comedy sort of taking it lightly too?
Maybe, but the fact is, I can't directly connect the two, but the failure to identify them for what they are is more than just the naming. It is an indication of the refusal of this president and his team that this is radical Islam. These are radical Islam terrorists, and they perverted the Islamic religion, but that's what they are. And the failure to identify them, of course, is just an indicator of the dream world in which they exist.
Senator, what an honor and pleasure to have you here in the studio here today on Fox and Friends.
Great to be with you.
So happy to have you.
My pleasure.
Senator, thank
Chairman
you.
of the Senate Armed Services Committee.
That's
there
right.
you go.
Finally got it. Heather Nauert, I know you've been listening intensely, but you want to